Alright guys, what's up? It is me, the Arkham Knight. I know it has been a very long time since I've been on YouTube, but today I'm gonna make a little memorial video because for Batman fans or anyone out there, Adam West has just recently passed away, and for those of you who may not know, he was the guy that played as Batman in the 1960s TV show. And he also played lots of other cameo roles in like Family Guy and a bunch of other TV shows. He always played like roles, you know, just little cameos and stuff. And so today, we're just gonna talk about him, you know, just like talk about how he was in the 60s show and just all y'all's favorite memories and stuff. So today we will be playing Arkham Knight because it actually has the 60s Batmobile and the 60s costume. So in memory of Adam West, we will be using his suit and his Batmobile today. There it is. Classic Batman. Classic TV series Batman skin. The bat phone's ringing. So, with all that stuff set up. So, I don't know about y'all, but for me, personally, one of my favorite scenes was in the 1966 Batman movie with Adam West and Burt Ward as Robin and Adam West as Batman. One of my favorite scenes was the classic scene to where Batman was literally fighting a freaking shark, and then he yells up to Robin in his Batcopter or Bat helicopter or whatever you call it, and he was like, "Hand down the Bat Shark repellent spray," and then he uses that on the shark, and then turns out that it was a robotic shark because Batman is hanging down from a rope. He's hanging down from a ladder. A ladder. And this shark freaking jumps out of the water and bites onto his legs, so that was pretty crazy. And just Adam West's Batman, you know, it was the 60s, so he was really crazy, you know. He was like, he freaking danced as Batman. Like, Batman was literally dancing in the 60s show. I remember this was one episode to where he was infiltrating he was kind of undercover, because like he was like in this one meeting, waiting for, I think it was either the Penguin or Catwoman to show up, and Robin and Alfred were in the Batmobile, like, you know, just like having a camera on and making sure nothing goes wrong, you know, and they were just spying on him, and it was funny because Batman finds Catwoman. They start getting all cozy, you know, like kind of flirting a little bit, and Robin's all like, "I can't do this, I can't watch this." And then Alfred talks to Robin, and he's like, "Robin, we have to do this, we have to make sure nothing goes wrong." And he's like, "You're right, we have to keep on watching," even though he felt really uncomfortable watching that though. But yeah, that was another one of my favorite scenes. Whenever Batman just freaking dancing, and like, it was crazy. It was a good laugh, and like, it was the 60s. It was supposed to be funny and stuff. It wasn't really supposed to be taken seriously, so I thought that was pretty funny. And then let's see, what was another one of my favorite scenes? Oh yeah, there's this one scene to where the Penguin, Catwoman, Riddler, and Joker all group up to do this one huge heist, I guess you could say, because they go into this one big building where all of the world power leaders are like having a big meeting, and so they decide to start this one plan to basically kidnap all of them and just torture them and stuff, you know. So they use this crazy device. It's like a dehydration gun or something like that, and it is funny because whenever whenever they get shot, they literally turn into just little piles of sand. So that was, I thought that was pretty funny, just watching human beings turn into piles of sand, you know? That was pretty crazy. And so Batman and Robin come in, and they just see these guys, you know, on their seats, just as piles of sand. They're like, oh my god, what are we gonna possibly do about this? So Batman, you know, with his scientific genius, he comes up and creates this rehydration gun. And so they head to the Batcave and put everything together, right? They make the gun, and then they hunt down the group, you know. And it's funny because it was only in the 60s show where Batman had a freaking submarine, a helicopter, and everything, like seriously, and it was so funny because everything is called the Bat. Like he literally had Adam West, when they were in their set, they literally had labels for everything. Like in the Batcave, you would see the little poles from his secret entrance into the Batcave. You'd see like these little poles. And they would literally be marked the Bat pole or the Robin pole or whatever for Batman and Robin, you know? So they had one for Robin and Batman. And in his Batcave, everything was labeled. Like you had a computer, there's literally a label, and on the label above it says the Bat computer or like the Bat sink. Like literally everything was Bat. And then I remember this one scene from one of the episodes. I'm not sure which episode it was, but there's this one part to where Batman and Robin split off into this one building because I think they're hunting down the Penguin, I believe. It was the Penguin, I believe. Yeah, and so they have radios, and then before they go in, Batman is all like, "Robin, take my Bat radio." It's like literally everything was called Bat. So that's also pretty funny. So yeah, this is just this video is just my little memorial video for Adam West and stuff. So I know the West family is probably pretty torn up about Adam's passing. So I hope that the West family is doing good, you know. So I hope that everything is not too bad for them. And yeah, just rest in peace, Adam West. You know, for Batman fans, it's pretty sad because in the 60s, before the 60s show came out, Batman was like, he was actually a very, very, very small character. Like, he wasn't very well known at all. Like, Batman was close to being basically wiped out of existence because I'm not sure why exactly, but I know for sure that Batman could have been wiped out of existence, and if it wasn't for Adam West and his entire cast to make the 60s show, Batman would have been just another one of those lost and forgotten characters. Because it was really close, because the creators of Batman were like, we gotta do something fast, or else we gotta come up with a story or something, or else we're gonna lose this character. So they decided to make a TV show. So they started looking at the list of people to, you know, hire for the cast, you know, and then they asked Adam West and stuff because before it was kind of ironic because before he was in the Batman show, he didn't even like Batman at all. Like he hated the Batman character because he actually was a huge Superman fan at first before he played as Batman. So yeah, you have this guy that knows nothing about Batman and then doesn't even like Batman, playing as the role as Batman. And it was pretty funny because while he was playing the role, he said it started to grow onto me, so he started to like it even more and more. And especially whenever he got into his own style, you know, like he did it his own way and kind of creating his own Batman kind of. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. So yeah, before he didn't even like Batman at all, so it's kind of crazy. And then he said that once, whenever they quit making the 60s show, that's whenever they created the 66 Batman movie, still with the same cast and everything from the TV show. Then after his role was done, after his time as the Batman was over, that's whenever he said, "I really love Batman," and that's whenever he changed, and Batman was like his favorite superhero. So that was pretty cool, and it was actually pretty funny because I remember whenever they were making the '89 Batman movie with Michael Keaton. And they were getting the cast ready for that movie. You know, they were getting all the people to play as the roles and stuff. And whenever he heard that Michael Keaton was gonna play as Batman, it was funny because Adam West was so mad. He was like, "This guy would never do as good as me." He's like, "This guy cannot be as Batman." Like, he was mad. Like, seriously, he was upset that he was not the Batman. And then because they didn't even ask him, they went straight to Michael Keaton. I'm not sure why, but for the longest time, Adam West was like the face of Batman. Like, he was the Batman. And then Michael Keaton in the '89 Batman movie, that's whenever Batman took a huge turn. That's whenever Batman went from all like happy and funny, you know, dancing around and stuff, to dark and serious. Because back in '89, they decided to change the way Batman was seen and stuff. So that's whenever Batman finally took the turn for the dark and serious and grooming Batman, you know, like always serious and dark and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. So yeah, crazy just watching the change of the Batman and stuff. So, and all the changes that he went through, because he was the Batman for a long time, all the way from 1960 to '66. So for 6 years, he was Batman. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. So yeah, just down in the comments if you want, just put down like your favorite memories of Adam West, or from the TV show, or anything, like any of his like side roles from any TV shows or anything like that. Just put down your favorite memories and stuff, and yeah, that's it for today. Rest in peace, Adam West. See y'all guys later.
Hand me down the shark repellent bat spray.
A routine question. Have you recently sold any war surplus submarines, and if so, to whom?
Salt and corrosion. The infamous old enemies of the crime fighter. Here, take my bat radio. I looked it up this morning. That class of missile receives on a wavelength of 164.1. I'd say the odds against it would make even the most reckless gambler cringe. True, I did think I'd spotted it out of the corner of my eye.
Let's go. But inconspicuously. Through the window.
True, Robin. It was noble of that animal to hurl himself into the path of that final torpedo. He gave his life for ours. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Nevertheless, shall we give this matter further consideration over dinner tonight?
Indeed, Al.
I've rarely met a girl who's such a potent argument in favor of international relations.
How strange. I close my eyes and I dream of something quite astonishingly different.
And all my days are trances, and all my nightly dreams are where thy dark eye glances, and where thy footstep gleams. Miss Kitka, I have the strangest feeling that I am about to be utterly and madly carried away. Do we dare?
Why not?
Yes, of course, why not? Of what use is a dream, if not a blueprint for courageous action? Capitalists like myself who carry large sums of money often have such safety contrivances. Show me Miss Kitka, or I'll wreck this place with my dying breath. You filthy criminals. Surrender! You criminals. You abominable outlaws. Batman to Coast Guard. Batman to Coast Guard. There's a drifting submarine 2 miles east of Sandy Nose Lightship. It's filled with human jetsam. They may be drinkers, Robin, but they're also human beings. It's a low neighborhood, full of rum pots. They're used to curious sights, which they attribute to alcoholic delusions. Whoever dehydrated those pirates could not have foreseen their accidental rehydration with the heavy water we use in recharging the atomic pile. You saw it yourself, Robin. The slightest impact was sufficient to instantly reduce them to antimatter.
No, Robin. No. It's not for mortals like us to tamper with the laws of nature.
Let that be an object lesson in the dangers of tampering with the laws of Mother Nature.
United World Organization.
Precisely, Robin.
You mean?
Precisely, Robin. Precisely. Precisely, Robin. The only possible meaning.
Let's commandeer a taxi.
No, Robin. Brace yourself, Robin. We're going down. This could be the end.
Our job is finished.